Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are driving into a classic tale that teaches us an important lesson: slow and steady wins the race. Once upon a time, in a lush and peaceful forest, there was an annual race that all the animals eagerly looked forward to. The race was always a test of strength, stamina, and speed, and it attracted many contestants. The path was long and winding, stretching from the base of the tallest hill in the forest to the very top. The prize was a beautiful golden crown, known to bring honor to the winner. Among the participants was a proud, fast rabbit named Racer. Racer was the fastest creature in the forest and knew it well. He loved to boast about his speed, often making fun of others. He would race through the forest, leaving all the animals and behind in a cloud of dust. I'm the fastest, he would shout, his voice echoing through the trees. One year, as the race was about to begin, the tortoise, a humble and slow moving creature named Timmy, stepped forward and announced that he too would participate. The animals laughed. How could someone so slow possibly compete against Racer, the fastest rabbit in the forest? The other animals shocked amongst themselves, convinced the race would be a one sided affair. Timmy, are you sure you want to race? You're so slow, you're going to left behind, mocked Racer, his voice dripping with arrogance. Timmy smiled gently. Slow and steady wins the race, he said calmly. He didn't boast, didn't get upset, just kept his eyes on the goal ahead. The day of the race arrived, and all the animals gathered at the starting line. The sun was shining brightly, and there was a slight breeze rustling through the trees. The air was thick with excitement as the competitors took their places. Racer stood at the front, flexing his legs and preparing for the race. Timmy, as usual, stood at the back, looking calm and steady. The signal to start the race was given, and Racer was off in a flash. His powerful legs pushed him forward with incredible speed. In no time, he had left Timmy far behind and was charging down the path, grinning with satisfaction. He could already picture himself crossing the finish line and accepting the golden crown. This will be easy, he thought. Meanwhile, Timmy plodded along at his usual pace, taking one careful step after another. He wasn't fast, but he wasn't worried. He had a plan. His legs were strong, his determination unshakable. He simply focused on his steady rhythm, one step at a time. While Racer was far ahead, Timmy knew the path was long and anything could happen. As the race continued, Racer reached a small hill in the middle of the course. He was already far ahead of Timmy, and the thought of victory was beginning to make him feel overconfident. I've got plenty of time, he told himself. I can take a break. Racer found a shady spot under a tree just off the race path. He lay down to rest and closed his eyes, feeling sure that Timmy would never catch up. The forest was peaceful, the sun warm, and Racer felt he deserved a little nap. After all his hard running, a short rest won't hurt, he thought. I'll wake up when I'm close to the finish line. Meanwhile, Timmy kept moving. He wasn't fast, but he was consistent. While Racer slept, Timmy passed the resting rabbit step by step. The forest was quiet, and Timmy was careful not to waste energy. His pace was steady, his breathing calm. He did not let the thought of the race being long or hard distract him. He focused only on the path ahead, one step at a time. As Timmy trudged along, he noticed the descent of Racer still napping under the tree. Timmy did not gloat or speed up, he simply continued his steady pace. It was the only way he knew to move forward. Hours passed, the sun was beginning to dip lower in the sky, and Racer still had not woken up from his nap. He had no idea how far Timmy had come. As he rested, his dreams of winning the race grew brighter, while Timmy continued to approach the finish line unnoticed. At last, Racer stood and opened his eyes. The sun was low now, and he realized he had slept for far longer than he intended. He jumped up in alarm, his heart racing. I've got to catch up, he exclaimed, panic setting in. He dashed forward, his legs pumping furiously, but by the time he reached the final stretch of the race, it was too late. Timmy, slow and steady, was already crossing the finish line. His steady steps, his unhurried determination had brought him to the end of the race. The other animals cheered as Timmy crossed the line, their faces filled with admiration. And the Timmy had won. Racer, panting and exhausted, arrived just moments after Timmy had claimed the golden crown. His face was flushed with embarrassment, and his chest heaved with exertion. He had been too proud, too confident, and had underestimated the quiet strength of the tortoise. As Timmy stood proudly, the golden crown glinting in the sunlight, he turned to Racer. "You see, Racer," he said with a gentle smile, "slow and steady wins the race. It's not about speed, but about patience and steady effort." Racer stood there for a moment, humbled. He had learned a valuable lesson. The speed and confidence he relied on had let him down, while Timmy's steady pace had carried him to victory. Racer realized that winning wasn't always about being the fastest. Sometimes the key to success was simply to keep going, no matter how slow the progress seemed. So that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it and learned something valuable. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you are new here, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care and stay awesome. Bye-bye.